Hey my lovelies, so for today's YouTube video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this highlight closure wig. I got my 7x7 from Selly Hair and I got the bundles from Icy Hair in the lengths 22 inches, and it also came with lashes and a headband. Starting off, I went ahead and bleached the knots of this 7x7 lace closure. Now I'm going to take these 3 box dyes and mix them together. So first I start off with the color 70 and 43 and I mix those together in one bowl. There's no specific reason why I just did. And then the color 71 I just mixed by itself in another bowl because the bowls are not big enough to fit all of them in one. And I just continuously stir it until it kind of turns to that yellow color. Now I'm going to go into the 7x7 closure and part the front sections out where I want the 2-strand highlights to be. And then I go in with the box dyes that I mixed. I just alternate between the 2 cups of dyes that I mixed and just put it on the actual pieces of the hair. Now I'm going in and just doing the same throughout the whole head, trying to achieve that nice light brown color before I go in and I bleach the ends. So for the bundles, I did the same thing I did for the 7x7 lace closure. I just alternated between the 2 dyes and just rubbed them all over. And I also had extra hair, so I incorporated that into this wig. It was just sitting around and I was like, let me just do something with it. So I just brushed it out and then I added dye to that extra hair that I had in the house. So this is how the hair is looking. So now what I'm going to do is actually sew the 7x7 lace closure onto the wig cap. And this part was really difficult because of how big the 7x7 lace closure actually is. And if you have a mannequin head like mine, it's not going to fit it correctly. So after I'm done, I just combed it up and put it up in a bun because now I'm actually going to cut the area I sewed underneath the 7x7 closure. Now I'm going to sew my bundles around that 7x7. I didn't really record the whole process of me sewing these bundles because it was just going to take forever. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video on how I sew my bundles, because I definitely will do it. So my method in doing the highlights was really just to focus on the tips of the hair and get it as light as possible, but I also teased up because I really want a balayage effect to happen. So the roots are dark, and then as it goes dark, you can see the light brown. From the light brown, you see the, the blonde. That's what I was really going for when I was applying the bleach on the hair. Now I'm going to go in and start tweezing the 7x7 lace closure to just try to give it a more natural looking hairline. And with this, I kind of speeded it up because the hair itself really didn't need a lot of tweezing. It already kind of came pre-plucked, but I like to go in and pluck a little bit more. This is how the hair looked once it was all dried and everything, and I really like the color. It looks really nice, rich and golden, and that's exactly what I was going for. Now I'm gonna take my Wella color charm in the color T18 and just go over and apply that at the ends of the hair to add like a nice element to the hair. You don't actually have to use foil when you're applying this. So now what I was going for was, just the tips to be highlighted and not, majority of the hair. So I took black hair dye and just like applied it with the comb all over the back of the hair because I really want the back to stay black and the tips to really just have the color. So this is how it looked after I was done applying the hair dye and washed it down, let it air dry. Now I'm going to take my silk serum and apply it throughout the hair just to give it back that moisture. So after adding the serum, I straighten the wig and I'm going in with a pair of scissors and cutting layers into it. After cutting layers, I take my wax stick and my hot comb and just begin to like press down the top to make it as flat as possible. I continue doing this throughout the whole top of the 7x7 lace closure. Press it to make it as sleek as possible. I kind of went ahead behind the scenes and curled the rest of the hair. And this is the final outcome. And look at that, y'all. It's looking too good. Like, for real, highlights is for me. And anybody that says it's not is a liar, period. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces.